biggest thing is, yeah, we play softball, that's our thing, but for us, for me and my other coaches, it's to raise these girls and to be successful businesswomen. It's not just on the field, but we want to see how they progress throughout the years here. And that's the most gratifying thing whenever they graduate and they ask for letters of recommendation for their job. You know, it's the real world now. And it starts right when they get here, and it starts when they're freshmen. And we talk to our recruits every time they come in here. It's not just about softball for us. It's the most important thing is the classroom, and that's what we do.
I guess it all started off with my little brother. Like, I always wanted to teach him and help him how to write and stuff when he was a little boy. And then once I got to high school, I started volunteering at my old elementary school with the librarian, and I would just work in the library. And then after that, I got a job at the school as a literacy aide, so I would help out in the classrooms of third graders and kindergartners and just help them out with reading and writing and stuff.
I think it's huge. For the past, I want to say 2 years, it was when Ellie, my oldest niece, she was in first grade. She was like, "Can you guys come read to us? Come read to us," asking me all the time. And so I was like, we probably could. And I ended up seeing her teacher at Halloween one time, and we set it up. And we'd go read to their class every Monday, and then the next year ended up being on whatever day for the next teacher, and then now we're on our third year of it, and we're reading to the preschoolers at North Mesa, and the girls love it. They always come back to me and tell me, "Hey, this is how it went." Some days it's bad because they don't want to pay attention, they don't want to hear you read, but then other days they just enjoy being with the kids. And I think that's the biggest thing, having not just the role models, but athletes. They look up to these girls so much for just going to college, and that's what they want to do when they're older. I want to be like you, and I think that's huge for those little kids, and what better role models to have for them. And that's kind of what we promote, is starting them young. And what, like I said earlier, when I found out how much it really does mean, and especially in this United States here too in Pueblo, starting at a young age, and that's why we do it, and our girls enjoy it. Let's be honest, who doesn't enjoy reading to a little kid?
My mother always told me, whenever you're doing something, just focus on what you're doing. So if I'm in softball, don't worry about school, don't worry about your social life, don't worry about anything else. So that's kind of the mentality I got to get myself into. So whenever I'm playing softball, I got to worry about that. Whenever I'm in class, I got to worry about that. And I really enjoy giving my time to Ava, my student, because I know that she needs it and she really appreciates it. So.
They're trying to spread awareness of adult literacy. I think across the United States, she was talking to us about over 40 million adults struggle with reading, writing, technology, and they don't have above a third grade level of reading proficiency. And so I never knew that. And when she's talking to me about that, it kind of, it hit home, because it starts when you're young. And so I have nieces that I read to all the time, and when she asked me, I was really excited to do it, and I just went in there and I read to my little niece, and then they spread the word with pictures across Pueblo.
I have to do a lot with my mom too, because she volunteers a lot, and so she's always encouraging me to help other people. So my coach told me, there's an opportunity to help people out and volunteer, and so I decided, why not? And I thought it would be pretty cool to help someone out.
Pueblo's my home. I love it, and I'd do anything for the people here, softball-wise, anything that they ask me, and I'd love to give back.